Yo, what's going on everybody? So I've been rereading the Boruto manga from the moment that the Car organization was first introduced, and the reason why is because something that happened in the last couple of Boruto chapters has been something that has been really just eating away at me. I've been looking at it, I'm thinking, are Kishimoto, Ikimoto, and Kodachi planning on going a certain type of direction? What's the deal? Everyone's so focused on what Jigen's next move is going to be, and so I decided to go back and reread everything. That way I could kind of see if there was maybe something I was missing, and it was upon rereading that I come to a startling, or what I think might be a startling idea when it comes to Hokage Naruto and Jigen. So with that being said, I'm gonna say for the anime only viewers, I apologize for dropping this video around this time. The manga chapter, if I'm not mistaken, is gonna be coming out in the next couple of weeks, but typically I try to have spoiler videos when the Boruto manga is out, but this is something I couldn't really wait on. I wanted to go ahead and get this out. So with that being said, if you're trying to get caught up on the Boruto manga, I'll have links down below where you guys can look at the Boruto manga, read it, and do so in a way that supports the channel. There's no pressure for you guys to do that. So with that being said, thank you for your support, and if you're still here, I'm gonna assume you're okay with spoilers. So one thing that really stood out to me is the fact that the Car organization was so certain, they were so sure that Naruto was the one who defeated Momoshiki, and most importantly, they thought that Naruto would be the one who had the karma seal, not Sasuke, Naruto. And it's something that has always kind of made me say, well, why did they put so much emphasis on it? And at first I thought maybe Kodachi was writing this because he wanted to show like, oh no, see, everyone is expecting Naruto, but this is Boruto's story, and we're just doing something to give Boruto something special. And I thought that that was it. And on the surface level, you could argue that, but when you just look at it from an in-universe perspective, it makes a lot of sense why they thought that Naruto's the one who took down Momoshiki and got the karma seal. The first reason is Boruto's still a genin. Boruto is just a regular genin. They don't know about his Jogan. The manga hasn't even shown it so far outside of the very first chapter of the series, and for all intents and purposes, I mean, Boruto's a above average genin, borderline chunin. That's about it. He can't take down a god level fighter, whereas Naruto, I mean, Naruto saved the world 3 times, all before he got married and lost his virginity. Like, Naruto is on a completely different level, and so it makes sense that they would do that. Now, in the last chapter, when Sasuke sees that Jubi, he sees Jigen kind of absorbing some of the chakra, and Jigen takes on that appearance of an Sasuke, that made me just wonder, are they really trying to tell us that Naruto's Jigen's original target? And I think that this might be the case, and part of the reason is, let's look at that Jubi. That Jubi has obviously been created. Now, Naruto is currently the Jinchuriki. Naruto has chakra for all 9-tailed beasts. They're all inside of him, and it would make sense that they would try and target him, and it would fit another theme that we've seen in the Boruto era. When you go as far back as Boruto the movie, Kishimoto made it really clear, even though Naruto's Hokage, there are still going to be people who are searching for him. There are still going to be people who want Naruto's power. Even though we're at peace, Naruto still has to worry about being hunted down. And if you look at the flash forward sequence, something's happened to Naruto. Kawaki says, I'll send you where I sent the 7th. There's no real indication of what happened to Naruto. I'm a big believer of the fact I think Kawaki might have sealed him away somewhere, and if that's the case, we don't know whether or not Kawaki is working with Jigen. I know a lot of people are thinking, well, Jigen's gonna successfully take over Kawaki's body because he calls him a vessel. It's really Jigen that Boruto's fighting. I mean, maybe. I don't want to rule that out, but I don't think that's the direction they're going in. But I do think that when you look at all those clues and all this emphasis on the fact that Delta was so dead set on fighting against Naruto, even though during that time period, like, there was suspicions that Boruto had the karma seal, but for the most part, they thought that, okay, Naruto's the one who took down Momoshiki, and Naruto's the one we got to get. Delta tested this dude, and when you look at it, she was fighting with the intent to kill, but there were times when she was fighting, it kind of felt like she was fighting to capture. And if you look at how the Akatsuki went on their hunts, they went on two-man teams, but they fought a Jinchuriki with bloodlust, but they restrained themselves, because when you fight people that powerful, you can't necessarily hold back to a huge degree. You still have to fight with some type of killing intent, but you have to have self-control to stop yourself, because you're dealing with chakra monsters. And the fact that Jigen is looking for a vessel, I mean, I definitely think that this could be a situation, just how when Madara got the chakra and all of a sudden Kaguya was able to use him as a vessel to kind of take over his body. I think something like that might have been planned for Naruto. I think that Jigen might have been planning to use Naruto as some type of a vessel. And if that's the case, I think that this opens up the door for some real conflict, because we don't know what's going to happen with Boruto now. We know that Kawaki and Boruto are in danger. We know that Jigen might potentially be looking for him. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. And like I said, I know that there's like a few holes in this. I'll be the first one to tell you there's a few holes in it. But for the most part, because this is a monthly manga, and because the manga isn't, for lack of better words, the manga isn't highly detailed because of what the artist does and the fact that he doesn't maximize pages and will get 3 to 5 fucking panels on a chapter most of the time. I think that because of that lack of detail, unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait for the anime to kind of flesh this out. But I think that as we get more detail, as the manga starts progressing forward, I think this might be something that gets revealed. But I want to know from you guys, really want to know from you guys, how much do you think the series could have changed if Naruto would have got the Karma Seal? How much do you think it could have changed? And what do you think? Do you think Naruto was the original target? And if that is the case, what do you think is going to happen to Boruto and Kawaki in the future? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.